As many of you know, June is Pride Month in many places in the world, a time to celebrate and support the LGBTQ plus community. Today, I want to take a closer look at an important issue that affects the world of football: homophobia. On Thursday, June 15th, 2023, the U.S. men's national team played Mexico as part of the semifinals of the CONCACAF Nations League. The match was super physical, with both teams exchanging words and ending up in minor tiffs across the pitch. But the U.S. was coming out on top, and in the last minutes of the game, they led 3-0. Then the chants from the Mexico fans began. Anti-gay chants of a gay slur in Spanish. As reported by ESPN, referee Ivan Barton, who had already handed out 4 red cards in the game, paused the game in the 89th minute because of anti-gay chanting. He ultimately blew the whistle to end the game early during the 7th minute of 12 minutes of overtime. After the game, per a statement released by CONCACAF, chants heard during the game led to the activation of the anti-discrimination protocol by match officials. Additionally, security staff ejected several fans for engaging in unacceptable behavior in the stadium. Many casual football watchers likely believe the spectacle was a rare one, but for us seasoned football fans, it was unfortunately all too common. While football is a beautiful game, the rampant homophobia that encompasses the sport is downright ugly. As a consequence, the risk of coming out as a professional footballer runs the gamut from heckling to a ruined career. There are an estimated 130,000 professional association football players in the world, and only 10 who are currently playing professional football are out. And out of those 10, only Czech footballer Jakub Jankto, who came out this year, plays for a top-flight team. In total, only 21 footballers, retired or not, have revealed that they're gay. Even if one takes a more conservative approach to Alfred Kinsey's assertion that 10% of the world population is gay, an estimate of 8% of the footballing population is either openly or secretly gay, so that'd be about 10,000 players. So it's clear that there must be a significant number of footballers, including those in the top flight, that are hiding their sexuality. In this video, we'll explore potential reasons for homophobia in football, focusing on men's professional football, examine this topic from a global perspective, and discuss some initiatives clubs and fans have developed to combat homophobia in the sport. To understand homophobia in football, it's important to consider the historical context. For a long time, the sport has been associated with traditional masculinity and a hyper-masculine culture. This perception can sometimes create a hostile environment for LGBTQ+ players, fans, and staff. One significant example is the tragic story of Justin Fashanu, a talented English footballer who came out as gay in 1990. Fashanu would become the only out prominent English professional footballer for 32 years until Jake Daniels of Blackpool came out in 2022. Before coming out, rumors spread about Fashanu's sexuality, which made a negative impact on his career early on. Brian Clough, who coached Fashanu at Nottingham Forest, wouldn't allow him to train with the rest of the team due to his sexuality and visits to gay bars. After coming out in an exclusive interview with The Sun, Fashanu faced discrimination and hostility both on and off the pitch. Tragically, Fashanu took his own life in 1998 at 37 years old. This event highlighted the challenges faced by LGBTQ+ individuals in football and the need for change. Homophobia in football can also be influenced by wider societal factors that impact the sport, like cultural and religious beliefs, as well as a lack of awareness and education. Cultural and religious beliefs play a role in shaping attitudes toward homosexuality in many parts of the world. In certain societies, conservative views can lead to prejudice and discrimination against LGBTQ+ individuals, which can of course, extend to football, where those beliefs may be reflected in fans' behavior or within the clubs themselves. After South African goalkeeper and LGBTQ plus activist Futhi Lekolana came out in 2015, he struggled to find a place in the Premier Soccer League, the top flight of football in South Africa. Eventually, he had to settle for playing in the South African third tier with Tornado FC. Not only do homophobic staff make it hard for gay players, but naturally, so do homophobic teammates. Recently, there have been questions around Felix Nemcha's possible transfer from Wolfsburg to BVB, as he has a history of homophobic social media posts which describe homosexuality as anti-Christian. We see players from a variety of religious backgrounds openly pray before games, make religious gestures, and sport religious ink, but an openly gay player is a rare sight. Abuse in the locker room from teammates with conservative beliefs no doubt makes it much harder to come out. Another societal factor that contributes to homophobia in football is the lack of education and awareness about LGBTQ plus issues. Ignorance can breed fear and prejudice. Many football communities around the world may not have access to comprehensive education on diversity and inclusivity, leading to misconceptions and stereotypes. While there are challenges, it's crucial to highlight the positive steps being taken to combat homophobia in football, which include pro-LGBTQ plus campaigns and brave footballers who have come out publicly despite the potential for abuse. Numerous campaigns and initiatives have been launched to promote inclusivity and challenge homophobia in football. For instance, the Football versus Homophobia campaign raises awareness and encourages individuals and organizations to take a stand against discrimination. Furthermore, clubs like Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, and FC Barcelona have actively supported LGBTQ plus rights through various initiatives and partnerships. Also, teams like St. Pauli FC in Germany and fan groups like Arsenal's Gay Gooners work tirelessly to make football more inclusive. St. Pauli FC has been a staunch supporter and ally of the LGBTQ plus community for many years. The club and its fans have taken significant strides to promote inclusivity and fight against homophobia in football. The club has also collaborated with local LGBTQ plus groups and has participated in activities like the Christopher Street Day Parade, a major LGBTQ plus pride event in Germany. Formed in 2013 with the aim of creating a safe and inclusive space for LGBTQ plus Arsenal fans, the Gay Gooners is a prominent LGBTQ plus supporters group associated with Arsenal Football Club based in London, England. For the past 10 years, the group has organized various events including meetups, social gatherings, and matchday activities where LGBTQ plus Arsenal fans can connect with each other, build friendships, and enjoy the matchday experience in a welcoming environment. The Gay Gooners also collaborate with Arsenal FC to promote LGBTQ plus inclusion and challenge homophobia in the sport. They work closely with the club to implement initiatives that support diversity and equality, like raising the rainbow flag at matches during Pride Month and, of course, participating in campaigns such as the Football versus Homophobia campaign. These groups of fans provide a sense of belonging, visibility, and solidarity for LGBTQ plus fans, while also driving positive change within football. Of course, footballs who have come out are huge leaders in the effort to make football more inclusive. The bravery of gay players such as Anton Hysén and Robbie Rogers, who came out while actively playing professional football, and Thomas Hitzlsperger, the Bundesliga champion and German international who came out after retiring, have made a significant impact on encouraging the football world to become more accepting. Despite undoubtedly knowing the impact of coming out on Justin Fashionu's career, these players made the brave choice of revealing their sexuality. Anton Hysén has played for various clubs in Sweden, including Utsikten and Torslanda. Hysén publicly came out as gay in an interview with Swedish football magazine Offside in 2011. The BBC described his identity as a one-off, given the fact that even a decade into the 21st century, coming out as a gay player was absolutely unheard of. The impact was heard throughout the footballing world, even though Hysén was a fourth division player in Sweden. However, Hysén's coming out as a professional footballer in Sweden gained attention and provided visibility for LGBTQ plus representation in the sport, although coming out publicly caused a noticeable rift in his career. Robbie Rogers played as a winger for clubs such as the Columbus Crew and Leeds United. He also represented the United States national team. Rogers publicly announced his sexuality and retirement from professional football in a blog post in 2013. The announcement made him the first professional soccer player based in Britain to come out since Justin Fashanu did so in 1990. As Rogers said, "I'm a soccer player, I'm Christian, and I'm gay. Those are things that people might say wouldn't go well together. But my family raised me to be an individual and to stand up for what I believe in." Although Rogers retired after coming out, he realized he could be a positive influence for young gay athletes. So he resumed his career, signing with the LA Galaxy in Major League Soccer, making an impact as the first openly gay male athlete to play in a major North American professional sports league. In 2014, when the LA Galaxy won the MLS Cup, he became the first openly gay player to win a major title. Thomas Hitzlsperger played as a midfielder for clubs such as Aston Villa, Stuttgart, West Ham United, and Everton. He also represented the German national team from 2004 to 2010. Hitzlsperger publicly acknowledged his sexual orientation in an interview with German newspaper Die Zeit in 2014 after retiring from professional football. Hitzlsperger's coming out sparked discussions on LGBTQ plus inclusion in football and contributed to raising awareness about the challenges faced by gay players. Positively, after coming out, Hitzlsperger became a prominent member of Stuttgart's club leadership as he became the head of sport on February 22, 2019, then eventually the club CEO.
Just the fact that I'm CEO of one of the biggest clubs in Germany is a big sign for it. That I think would have not been possible 10 years ago or even 5 years ago.
However, Hitzlsperger retired from club leadership in 2022 to focus on his career as a television presenter. In early 2022, Hitzlsperger suggested a collective coming out of footballers under the theory of strength in numbers. If many footballers come out, then perhaps it will help quell homophobia, particularly among players. While there's still work to do, Hitzlsperger believes some progress has been made.
Just mentioned the rainbow shirt. I don't think Stuttgart would have had that 5 years ago. So to have that impact and to be so visible and that we talk about it so much, to me is big progress.
These players have made significant contributions to challenging stereotypes, increasing visibility, and promoting acceptance for LGBTQ plus individuals in football. Their courage and openness have paved the way for greater inclusion and diversity within the sport. As we conclude, it's important to remember that homophobia in football is a complex issue influenced by various factors, including societal beliefs and education. However, progress is being made. Lad Bible recently recorded a wonderful conversation between Thomas Hitzlsperger and Jake Daniels. Daniels, an 18-year-old active player for Blackpool FC who came out as gay last year, describes how homophobic language diminished in the locker room after he came out publicly. Although from an older footballing generation, Hitzlsperger comments that the positive impacts of coming out as a public figure radiate beyond the pitch and reaches others who are struggling with their identity or who are unaccepting. I've linked the video down below. It's such a good watch. At the end of the day, it's up to us fans, players, clubs, and organizations to continue the fight against homophobia and create an inclusive space for all. Until next time, keep the ball rolling and spread the love. Happy Pride Month, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on my socials. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So I'll see you there, and I'll see you here next time. Thanks for watching, guys.